San Antonio is the fastest growing city in the nation right now. More people moved here than any other city in the country over the last couple of years, and recent reports estimate that 86,000 more households are on their way by 2026. The growth and the demand and the excitement for this city is just off the charts right now, and in this video I'm breaking down the top 5 reasons why my family and I, along with so many others, have made the move to San Antonio without looking back, and why you should seriously think about doing the same, and we're getting into it right now. Number 1 is affordability. So apparently the secret's gotten out to the rest of the country that things are pretty good down here in Texas when it comes to affordability, especially here in San Antonio when you compare our cost of living to most of the other larger cities in the state. We're sitting at about 90% of the national average, and we're still the most affordable big city in Texas, with it costing 6% more to live in Houston, 12.5% more to live in Dallas, and over 44% more to live in Austin. And that just translates into a lot of savings for everybody. People moving here often realize that their money just goes a lot farther here, and they can really afford to live a nice lifestyle here in the San Antonio area. Now, if you're wanting a really deep explanation of what it costs to live here, you can check out this video that I did right here about the cost of living, and this entire playlist right here is just full of videos about where to live and home prices throughout the city. Really, for a lot of the people reaching out to us about moving here, they just can't believe how affordable it is to buy a home here in San Antonio, and that goes for the new construction along with the existing homes that you'll find out here too. You've got everything from entry-level, first-time buyer type homes under $300,000 to mid-range homes for move-ups, and even high-end homes that are twice the median sale price throughout the city. And when it comes to affordability in our more established communities, our suburbs in the far west, the northwest, the far north, and the northeast are some of the most desired locations that you'll find anywhere in San Antonio. And it's where a lot of our clients tend to focus their search when they're looking for a more laid-back suburban kind of lifestyle. Whether you're just starting out and you're looking for that very first home that you can own and be comfortable in, or you're in the hunt for a larger home for a growing family with a big yard and a cul-de-sac where your kids can ride their bikes safely out on the street, we're getting calls every day from folks just like you researching homes and neighborhoods in the Alamo City, and we really dig it. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home anywhere in the San Antonio area, then give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or click the link in the description and schedule a Zoom call with a member of my team. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back in San Antonio, Texas. Number 2 is lots of jobs. The economy here in San Antonio is kind of ridiculous right now. There is so much opportunity for somebody who wants to come here and either start their career, or maybe you're looking to moving up in what you're doing, or you might even just be looking for a complete do-over and starting something completely new. We've actually been getting so many people reaching out to us with questions about the job scene down here that I actually made this video right here about the highest paying jobs in the area and the major employers we've seen most folks relocating for. Chances are that if you're looking for a good job here in San Antonio, you're probably going to end up finding one, and there's a lot of drivers in that. We have 4 military bases in the city, and that just brings a lot of stability to the job market around here. You'll find a lot of government jobs and contract civilian work in IT and cybersecurity. We have several large area hospitals across San Antonio, including the Texas Medical Center, which serves as the hub for the medical research and innovation for all of South Texas. Really, the biggest challenge that we see for our clients moving here in the medical field is that they just can't get here fast enough. When they get these job offers, they really prefer you to be here like yesterday. Of course, it's no secret that the state of Texas is one of the largest energy producers in the nation, and in the city of San Antonio, the job market here sees a lot of benefit from that too. We've got the corporate headquarters for some of the largest gas, oil, and utility companies in the country. And if you're working in financial services, San Antonio has some of the highest paying and most significant jobs in the city at the corporate campus for USAA and the main operation buildings for companies like Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Chase Bank, Frost Bank, and Nationwide Insurance. We've also been seeing a lot of growth in our manufacturing sector with the expansion of the Toyota plant, the new Amazon fulfillment center, and all the new government contracts for Boeing on their superfighters. So if you're looking for the right opportunity to either start or grow or further your career, then you definitely need to give San Antonio a serious look. Number 3 is that there is just so much to do here. And I'm not just talking about the touristy stuff either. Now, if you're just coming to visit or if you've just recently moved here, then sure, you got to check all that kind of stuff out. You have to get into downtown San Antonio and spend some time at the shops and the restaurants on the Riverwalk because it is absolutely beautiful down there. Then, of course, there's the ongoing debate about which of our 2 theme parks is the best. And even though Six Flags is really cool and all, I'm definitely more of a SeaWorld type of guy myself. But once you actually move here and you've had a chance to settle in for a little bit, you'll come to realize that San Antonio is about so much more than that, and that no matter what you're into, you can find a place to do it right here in the Alamo City. People absolutely love being outside here, and many of the neighborhoods have their own little green spaces with dog parks and walking trails and hiking trails. You got a number of larger parks and nature preserves throughout the city with wide open spaces and trails for biking and walking. If you're into spending time on the water, we've got two really nice lakes to choose from with Canyon Lake up north and Medina Lake out on the far west side. You'll find golf courses all over the place in several parts of the city with year-round access and some really amazing views. And rather than having to leave the area for vacation, San Antonio has so many beautiful hotels and luxury resorts where you can pull away from the day-to-day, staycation close to home, and just give you some time to unwind and really enjoy the city that you're living in. And all that's just if you're looking to jump in your car and I'm going somewhere. Many of the newer communities in the suburban parts of town come with super nice amenities that you can walk to right there in the neighborhood. There's kiddie pools with splash pads and lazy rivers, large Olympic-sized swimming pools with water slides, and sport courts for playing basketball and tennis. And because of the warmer weather down here, our youth sports leagues are year-round in San Antonio. Really, when it comes to fun stuff to do in the evenings and on the weekends, there's just no way that you can do it all. I mean, my family and I, we've been living here for more than 8 years now, and we're still exploring the city and finding new ways to spend time together. And that's just one of the things that we really like about living here in San Antonio. Number 4 is great schools. Now this one right here is really important because I think that most people realize that if you can get the school district right, then just about everything else is going to fall in place right behind that. I mean, even our clients without kids usually want to be in a really good school district because they know that long term it's one of the main factors and a big driver for what makes one community more desirable over the other. And it's one of the main reasons why we're seeing so many families make the move to the outskirts and the suburbs all around San Antonio. The majority of the people reaching out to our team are telling us that they want to live in a newer community or a home that's maybe 10 to 15 years old at most. And since much of San Antonio's growth over the last decade has occurred outside Loop 1604, it's these suburban areas where they give you the best of both worlds, where you have the newest homes with the latest amenities situated in some of the very best school districts with the highest ratings. And I'm not just talking about high test scores either. The North Side, Bernie, Northeast Side, and Comal independent school districts have some of the most involved and engaged teachers and administrators that you're going to find anywhere in the state of Texas. I can't even tell you how many times I've dropped our kids off when they were in elementary school, and you got PE coaches and teachers blasting turn-up music in the drop-off line and giving kids high fives, welcoming them into the school so that they can get excited about learning something that day. I mean, I can still remember the first time I pulled up to a party in the drop-off line on a Tuesday like... I'd never seen anything like that before in my life. The kids really dig it though. And then of course there's all the handwritten notes and emails that we received over the years from teachers just talking about how they appreciate having our kids in their classroom. I mean, who takes the time to do that kind of stuff? Teachers in San Antonio, that's who. Of course, that's assuming your kids don't be acting a fool in class all day. And you know I can't forget about all the specialty programs that we have around here. You've got some amazing fine arts programs with music, dance, choir, theater, and art, and just about every sport you can think of with baseball, softball, swim season, tennis, lacrosse, and badminton. Okay, I wasn't really serious about the whole badminton thing, but you get what I'm saying though. We have some really cool Spanish immersion programs and one of the top agricultural science programs in the nation if you're into that kind of thing. The entire school system here in San Antonio is really actively involved in the community, and students come out of here really prepared for the colleges and the universities that they go into. And as a parent with my own kids going through the school systems here, I'll just say that I'm really happy that my wife and I decided to bring our family here. Number 5 is safety. Now this one is actually right up there with affordability because we get calls every day from people all across the country, and everyone, I mean everyone, whether they have kids or not, everyone wants to live in a safe neighborhood. In fact, we get so many questions about where the safest neighborhoods are in San Antonio that I actually did this video right here to explain a lot of the crime stats that y'all are probably looking at out there. Suffice it to say though that when my wife and I moved here 8 years ago when our girls were both 6 and 9 years old, we wanted a safe neighborhood for them to play in too. Call me crazy, but I just really wanted the same kind of childhood for my kids that I had when I was coming up. I mean, I used to play outside all day, every day, and really only had 2 rules that I had to follow. My mama be like, boy, don't be running in and out of my house wasting my air conditioning. That, and she'd be like, boy, you better not be letting daylight hit China. Basically, as long as I made it back home before the streetlights was on, everything was gonna be cool. Now, the way a lot of these communities are set up, you've got schools right there in the middle of the neighborhood. So a lot of the kids that share classes together live right around the corner from each other too. And if you drive through any of these newer communities built over the last 10 to 20 years, most evenings and weekends, you'll see folks out jogging, families with strollers, and even kids riding bikes and hoverboards up and down the street. We've even had our girls meet up with friends down at the neighborhood park to work on school projects outside, or link up at the community pool, have pizza delivered, and just make a whole day out of it. And if I'm just keeping it real, we really like living here. I think if you took the time to talk to some folks that already live in San Antonio, they'd probably tell you that this is the biggest small town that you're ever going to find. And somehow, even as the top 10 US city with millions of people living here, San Antonio still manages to have that smaller town, slower paced vibe that a lot of people are really looking for. It's still a place where you have a sense of community and safety and belonging from the very first time that you come to visit. And it's still the type of place where you can get to know your neighbors and everybody looks out for each other. And it's why our family, along with so many others, have made the decision to call San Antonio home. Now, if you're considering a move in the near future, my team and I, we're helping our clients find amazing homes and communities they love all around the Alamo City. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home anywhere in the San Antonio area, then give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or click the link in the description to schedule a Zoom call with a member of my team. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back in San Antonio, Texas.